Researchers from the University of Bristol have developed tiny flying robots. These insect-sized micro-air vehicles, or MAVs, have flapping wings that, when paired with their diminutive size, could be used to breach high-risk spaces, like manufacturing plants after an industrial accident or collapsed buildings. The flying robots are unique in that they're transmission-free, meaning they don't have any transmission system like motors or gears. They call it electromechanical zipping, and it allows the robots to be lighter and more efficient than previous designs. The team created a direct drive artificial muscle system called the Liquid Amplified Zipping Actuator, or LAZA. LAZA, because it looks like lava with a Z, which uses high voltage to create electrostatic forces at the wing root, which makes the wings flat. No rotating parts or gears. In tests, this little robot could move about 0.71 meters or 18 body lengths per second. They also proved that the LAZA system was reliable for more than 1 million cycles, which would be necessary during longer missions. The LAZA system could enable even smaller and cheaper flying robots in the future. I mean, to me, it just looks like a bat, but the scientists were inspired by bees and other flying insects. Now, while it could be used in search and rescue missions, it could also be used for monitoring the environment, autonomously inspecting wind turbines, and even pollinating plants. Oh, I get why they modeled it after a bee now. We have the tried and true alcohol breathalyzer, and a number of groups are working on a cannabis breathalyzer. But now, because, of course, researchers have created a COVID breathalyzer. And while it wouldn't be as important when testing the maniac swerving in front of you, it could be used as a more reliable test in public places. What? Showing Vax cards to get into music venues isn't working, or efficient, or anything anybody wants to do? But we do it anyways, because we love those artists. The prototype is the work of a team of more than 20 researchers, most from Nanyang Technology University in Singapore. It can accurately diagnose COVID-19 even if the person is asymptomatic, all in less than 5 minutes. The breathalyzer has a chip with 3 surface-enhanced Raman scattering or SIRS sensors attached to silver nanocubes. You breathe into it for 10 seconds, which triggers a chemical reaction. The breathalyzer is placed into a portable spectrometer, which tells you whether or not you're positive or negative. The breathalyzer was tested on 501 people and still had some false negatives, about 3.8%, and 0.1% false positives, which is currently in line with PCR tests. However, the ability to do so in 5 minutes or less is a potential game changer. At 5 minutes, it's still not ready for people working the gates at large events, but it could soon be close. Also, just how angry would you be to be that 0.1% false positive? Not only are you not getting in, but you're not gonna see your family for 2 weeks. Oh, and oopsie, we made a mistake. Sorry. A 23-year-old artist and architect has created the world's first electric Batmobile. Nguyen Doc Chung took more than 2 years to make the replica from the Christopher Nolan trilogy. And you can buy it. Well, I mean, at least you can inquire about purchasing it. They didn't really put a price. It's more like, if you're interested, how much you got? The young designer has already made a gas-powered prototype and updated the design to be electric and be more sustainable. It's currently on display at the Van Daryl Art Gallery in Vietnam. The Batmobile, which was known as the Tumbler for the trilogy, weighs more than 1,300 pounds and is made of carbon fiber, steel, and ABS. Some of the parts had to be 3D printed to capture the detail. It's more than 12 feet long, nearly 8 feet wide, and a little more than 4 feet tall. And it's an automatic that tops out at 65 miles per hour. But it does have room for both a driver and a single passenger. Now, when they say it can achieve highway speeds, it's like it can achieve just enough to not get pulled over for going too fast or going too slow. Doc Chung's workshop, Macro Studios, is based in Hanoi and has developed many other comic-based projects, including a bat suit and other cosplay props. Doc Chung wasn't alone in the Batmobile project. He had a team of designers, mechanics, and engineers that helped make it happen. Now, what do you think it's gonna cost to bring this thing home? And how long is it gonna take to get it home at only 65 miles per hour? A while. I'm David Manti. This is Engineering by Design.